This is SA Science Spotlight Podcast, and I am so excited. We are on episode 5, guys, and my name is Londo Mufamadi, and I am the host of this show. I am not alone, obviously. I am with my co-host Clinton, and I am also with our ghost person on the background. Do we say ghost man?
You can call me ghost man.
But you're not a ghost. You appear sometimes. Okay, we are with Tshepo. He's on the side. Clinton, how excited are you for this episode?
Oh man, welcome guys. Welcome to our episode number 5. I am very, very excited. I can't wait to actually take it further to episode number 10. So welcome back. My name is Clinton Dlamini. If you've never been to this podcast before, welcome. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you've been with us since episode number 1, we thank you so much for staying true and always watching our videos. Just make sure you always hit that notification button so that you get notified every time we drop an episode. Londo, I'm really, really excited, man. I just want us to go through the moments, As we were sitting here, I was telling Tshepo that honestly, I'm very nervous about this episode because we've went through so many challenges, starting, having to get guests, looking at everything that we've been through with the camera crew. We've had some fights with them, also being late. Yeah. So I'm really, really excited to just sit down today and just look at the moments and just discuss all through this. I don't even know how to say anymore, but I'm really, really excited.
Not to forget, guys, we are live at the physics department at UP. So the UP Department of Physics has been such a home to us. It has enabled us to actually start this dream and actually keep it going. And we just want to give out a shout out to them that they're investing in the dreams of young people. They're investing in science, and we do appreciate them for doing just that. It's been 2 months since we started the podcast, and honestly, if I can be honest with you, this is actually the first thing I've ever hosted in my life. Wow. And It has taught me so much. It has just given me the opportunity to be not behind the camera. Yeah. Do I say ahead?
Yeah, no, I think you said
in front, yes, in front of the camera, and step out of my comfortability to be able to just explore that part of myself that, okay, let's present this, let's also get along with the whole crew, working together as a crew. I feel as if there is just so much that I have learned, and I wanted to even dwell more about it from the beginning, starting this podcast. And I also want to ask Tshepo, you've actually never told us how you came up with this idea and how you decided to team up with Clinton and I.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Londo. And our viewers, this is Tshepo. You saw me on our first episode. Yeah, but I'm behind the scenes this time. Okay, so we had an interesting journey. So far, it has been interesting, challenging, as Clinton already said. But I'm fortunate that I'm working with most brilliant people who have always been pushing me. Even the times whereby I felt like, okay, this might not work out. But then Clinton, Londo were there. Also Scava crew, the guys that we're shooting with, they've been amazing people. So the journey, how the podcast came about actually, obviously I went to Tensa. It was a workshop, the workshop, yes, which that's where I met Londo, in fact. So during the Tensa, I had a business idea which is totally different from this. In fact, it was I wanted to create an NFT marketplace. So when I was there, what happened is that I got the feedback from the facilitators, also the financiers when I was doing my pitch. And one of the things that I had was like, okay, look, the crypto space, the blockchain, and the NFTs is something that is new to people. In fact, there is a lot of skepticism around it. So one thing that you can do first is to make sure that you raise awareness about the space. So from then, that's when you can bring forth your idea. It got me thinking. In fact, at some point, I remember I was talking to one of my friends, Onke. His name is Onke. So I was telling him, man, I want to be in business, but I don't know which one because I'm discouraged with this NFT marketplace. Onke was like, look, man, just sleep over it. You'll something will come up. Something will come up. Yeah, definitely. I think I spent the 3 days sleeping maybe for 8 hours, 9 hours. I don't usually do that.
You guys, you don't sleep for.
I don't sleep for 8 hours or 9 hours.
I'm not gonna put myself in a position, but now that I'm done with exams, guys,
You're going to sleep.
I sleep more than 12 hours.
How do you sleep so many hours when there's so much to do? Like for me, if I know there's work that needs to be done, I can't sleep. Like my head, yes, my body's sleeping, but my mind is gonna be overwaking, thinking about I need this to be submitted, I need that, I need that, I need that. So how do you even sleep?
I am honestly,
Mm.
I'm honestly questioning the director who's in charge of directing your dreams. Like the director is in.
Yeah.
My dreams, guys, iffily. I am watching a film in there. Like, it's so exciting for me to sleep. So, like, I feel like when I'm sleeping, I get to be more creative. I don't know.
Absolutely. Actually, I agree with Londo. Like, if you want to tap into a creativeness, you really do need to sleep. That's the reason why that friend of mine said, "Oh, look, sleep, man. Go and sleep." And after sleeping, just like that. Okay, in fact, the idea of having a podcast, the science podcast, I've already had it, but then it was just something. It wasn't a real idea, but it was in passing. Then one day when I woke up, that's when I was like, okay, actually, this is what is missing. We have a lot of podcasts going on, but I don't see anything in science. So from then instantly, funny thing, I knew who I'm going to work with. I knew that London Clinton. I wrote their names. In fact, in that book where I wrote, okay, a science podcast. Host, co-host, Londo, Clinton, and Clinton. And okay, of course, Clinton has always been someone who we've been doing business together. We like I've known him for how many years now?
I think it's 6.
6 years now. Yes, like from the moment I've known Clinton, we've always been discussing business. Even that blockchain technology, crypto market, what is something that Clinton and I we've always been discussing, always. So it was an obvious choice to say, okay, Clinton is someone that I can go into business. In fact, I knew that it's gonna push me to even take the idea even further. Because sometimes on your own resources that you have to invest and so on, it becomes tricky even. So Londo, I met her at Tensa. Londo, she's a brilliant presenter. Like I told her there. She's a.
Speaking of that, when she said it's her first time, if you remember very well, guys, if you guys remember, first episode, I was the host, right? What happened was, I realized that no, Londo is actually good at doing this hosting thing. So when you say you doing this for the first time, to me it doesn't feel like, because you're really doing well. When I watch all the episodes, how you kill the intros, how you kill the outros, how you interact with the guests, that is really, really crazy. So I don't think it's a matter of you doing it for the first time. It's a skill that you have. So you are really skilled with this.
Absolutely, Londo. That is one. Besides medicine and everything, you have that other career on the side. No, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, so actually that is the story about how the idea came about. Then from then it has just been a journey, day after day, thinking of how we can make it come to life. So here we are.
Okay. So for you, Clinton, how was it when Tshepo came with this idea of having a scientist?
Honestly, I think when Tshepo came to me, right, he came at the right time because I wanted to get back to YouTube. I have my own YouTube channel, but I didn't even know how to move around it. Which content am I gonna do cars? Like everybody's doing cars now. Am I gonna do my gym thing? So when he said, Clint, I think I have a best idea for us to get back in business. First, we're gonna need to start with the podcast. I was like, okay, what kind of a podcast? He said science. When I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, actually, when I search on YouTube, you'd never find any podcast where they speak about careers, science in general. So that was something, because at some point in life when you're starting something, you need to fill up a gap. So I think we are actually doing the most, because even when I look at the comments, right, with the last episode of Tabang, I saw some comments where they were speaking about, this is a beautiful podcast, we love the information. So we are actually doing something big. So that was like something that when Tshepo said, Clint, let's do a podcast in science, I just said, you know what, let's do it. Let's see how it goes. We didn't even know how we're going to start. No camera, no mics, no nothing at all. We didn't even, the only thing we knew was, yes, I'm going to be the host, we're going to have you, and he's going to be there as well. But we didn't really know in terms of how we're going to move around it. So that was like really, really something that took me out of my comfort. You know, I have my own things going on. So yeah.
And now that you're saying, guys, I want you to go and subscribe to Clinton's channel. So he's gonna drop a handle here. Please go subscribe to his YouTube channel. I actually also have my own YouTube channel. He's gonna drop it as well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I will answer those
You're
questions.
doing well on that channel, like really, really, really well.
I will. Okay. I will tell you, but I think the most amazing things for me, obviously, Tshepo contacted me, and I was like, Tshepo. And you know how Tsepo's profile picture, it's actually always what is invested in for that moment. So your profile picture at that time, it was crypto. So when he contacted me and he said, I want to start a science podcast, I want you to come and present, I was like, oh my God, this is an opportunity that I've been praying for, because I have been praying for something that I can, like, something I can do on the side of academics and not move exactly out of my comfort zone. Like, I'm still doing something that is related to what I do every day, talking about science-related things, talking about academics in general. So when I had the idea, the first thing that I said, this is an amazing idea, and I am jumping inside that boat. I want to sail with you guys. So it was just an amazing journey to start with you guys, and based on where we are, and we have just started. No, we actually haven't even began compared to where I can see us growing into, and compared to the spaces that I can see that we are going to fill in the future. Because the nicest thing, guys, I don't know if you guys go through this, but the nicest thing is when someone comes to you and they're like, you know, I was watching the podcast and I'm a big fan of you. It actually just gives you a sense of we are doing something. Yesterday, actually, I met this guy, and he was telling me about how he enjoyed the podcast, how he said we must actually look for him in the comments. I'm actually going to do that and give a shout out on the next episode. And then he was talking about the episode with Emmanuel, how it was impactful, that he actually loves the fact that we are moving into that direction where BSc, Bachelor of Science, is taken as a serious course instead of just a course that people use to bridge to other courses. So he loved the fact that we are taking science as the main spotlight, which is actually the name of the podcast, SA Science Spotlight. We are bringing the field of science in South Africa into the spotlight.
Beautiful, man. You know, this journey, it challenges me in all ways, like how to be a leader, how to make sure that things are running smoothly, how to actually investigate about people. You know, like right now I'm an investigator. Before every guest comes, now I need to go check what do they do. So there's a lot of challenges around it, but besides the challenges, I think also there's a beautiful side of it. They always say there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So I think with every guest that we bring, for me, it gives me that challenge of having to do some research on them. What do they do? How am I going to approach them? Because people are different. How we ask Emmanuel questions was not the same. How we ask Tabang, how we ask Kanya, you know, it's different. So you always need to prepare yourself for the next guest. That's one thing I would say I've been learning recently with myself, is that I need to adjust myself on how I interact with people. Sometimes maybe because this particular person is very flowing, we are having a nice flow. The next person, I feel like, oh no, this is boring. So I'm getting to learn on how you actually interact with people as a whole.
And how you actually enjoy them, even with the way, like, but the nicest thing that I have realized is that the guests that we get are so amazing. So I want to give a shout out to them. The guests that we have had so far were so amazing, and they made it easy for us to actually interact with them and to learn more about them. Like if you look at Kanya, if you look at Emmanuel, if you look at it was such an easy journey with them. They were so willing to share their story and to share their academic journeys with us. So it's an important thing for us to just give a shout out to them, because this is what makes us a science podcast. Each and everyone who's willing to invest each and every day into this podcast. Yeah.
Nice, simple.
Yes, absolutely. You know, the funny thing, ever since we started the podcast, my mind is working in a different way. Like, it's working to seek knowledge, like to seek information, what are opportunities available. And the funny thing, I've noticed that there are a lot of opportunities out there. Like, that's one thing that I've noticed, because that's what we're trying to do, to feed people the opportunities available. So like whenever I'm on LinkedIn, now I start to pay attention, not necessarily for myself, but to anything that can help anyone who's in the space of science. So that is something that the podcast has done for me. And even the way I interact with people, like generally now, I want to listen more, to hear more from them. That's one thing that I will say the space has.
But my favorite, actually, the experiments. Guys, when you look at me, please tell me that I call me doctor, not because of medical school. Guys, I have a PhD in physics because of this, guys. I don't have to go to a university because you know the experiments that they are hosting, I'm learning each and every day. The last experiment we learned about light, that was so, you know, and the way that when I am learning those science experiments, it's like reminding me what I learned in high school and what I learned when I was doing physics in my first year. But it is also teaching me new things that I had never seen in life, because I've seen that the biggest problem in South African schools is that they teach you the theory, but there's no one who is there to show you how this reaction is done. Which is actually, when I saw that today we are doing the redox reaction, it actually just reminded me that I actually learned about redox reactions in grade 11, 12. Both those 2 years I was learning about redox reactions. But I tell you, I have never actually seen it. I've never. So it is such an amazing opportunity to also teach those in high school, those who are also in varsity, because we actually also did learn about it in varsity, redox reactions. But I never saw it myself. I never got to do the experiment. We were never showed how this experiment is done. So I'm also excited for the experiments part. I think my favorite is actually doing the experiments. That's actually my favorite part.
So you don't like being here, eh? You enjoy it now.
Clinton, why are you jealous?
I'm jealous.
I do enjoy sitting here and talking with you, but I can admit I love my way of learning is seeing things happen, and then I learn as those things are happening. So when Tshepo is doing experiments, you saw that last episode we had the other Tshepo. So when the two Tshepos are actually doing experiments, we actually get an opportunity to see what they're talking about and to interact with the things.
Absolutely. In fact, in addition, I want to just say shout out to Tshepo, because he's been giving us those experiments from the start. Yes. Actually, most of them is the one who come with the ideas. Even the ones that I performed, some of them.
See, Tshepo's a bright brain.
So yes. So Tshepo, in fact, even the redox is gonna be the one who will be doing it today. Yeah. So he's been an integral part of the experiment part. Yes. Shout out to Tshepo, and thank you. We would like to thank him for the. Yeah.
So, I want to put you guys on the spot.
I'm always the one who puts people on the spot.
Now I'm putting you on the spot. So, we have 3 guests, right? We are 3 here. It makes sense for me to ask which one was your favorite. And not that we're saying when you say somebody was your favorite, the other one is not. No. But just what was the most interesting thing you picked up from that particular episode? That's the actual reason why I'm saying which one was your favorite.
Which one was my favorite?
Yeah. Like that one thing that sparked your interest out of the conversations we've had with our guests.
Okay, for me already I know who was Clinton's favorite. It was Kanye.
Definitely.
Yes.
That was
Yeah,
Kenya.
no, definitely.
For me, I feel as if they were all amazing.
But wait, before why do you think it was Kanye?
No, in passing, I think you were excited. Like I know, I can tell how excited you are.
Kanye, just to take it back, Kanye gave the he went deep with explaining what his specialization is all about. But also, he would give you like, as a human being, you have challenges. This is how you attack them. He was giving like those comparisons, like this is how you do when you're at the gym. You know,
Absolutely.
I love
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for me, okay, to be honest, all of them they were amazing.
Yeah.
Can I say all of them they were good for me?
No,
Equally.
yes, but you still have to choose one. You have to choose one.
Okay, if I were to choose one, I'll say Kiyonga has done it for me.
I knew it.
How did you know? How did you know?
Yeah, it's okay. I know. Why Kiyonga?
Okay, like the way he touched in the space of pharmacy, incorporating the traditional medicine into that, like it was just fascinating. Considering that he has a patent whereby he was experimenting, mixing chemicals, and then boom, he came up with something new. And a friend of mine who actually connected me with Kiyonga, he's also a pharmacist in the pharmaceutical space. So he's always been explaining to me how they formulate these drugs and so on. And so that interest just came from there.
Should I say by default this Tabang will?
Come on. To be honest, as much as when I write exams, all my questions are multiple choice questions, and you have to choose one.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say that if I was writing, I was gonna choose two options with here.
Okay.
Two options because the way I interacted with both of them was different. For example, you guys know I love Uganda. So
Okay.
Emmanuel was a really good. I had more. Like I was so intrigued to know more about it because I really love Uganda and he's from Uganda. But with Tabang as well, I really loved how he taught me a lot. Even when the camera was off, there was a lot of things that I wanted to ask Tabang because it's just so, he is very inspirational for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And in fact, I will say Londo's favorite, if to choose one, it was Tabang.
Yes,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. Because you interacted very well with Tabang. Like even like the first 40 minutes of the episode, you went really like asking him questions. I think like the interest was really there.
Yes.
As compared to Kanya and Emmanuel.
Yes.
Which is good though.
But I also felt as if it was because I knew Tabang. We met at
Tensa.
So I already knew him. And I also know him from his Instagram. I follow him on Instagram.
But
so
again,
I knew him.
I think it goes to what I was saying. You get to realize that you interact different with different people.
Absolutely.
Like when you meet Kiyonga, who's Kiyonga is a loud person. As a human being, is loud. He's a leader. It's not gonna be the same way you're gonna speak to Tshepo. Tshepo is calm and down to earth. You're gonna need to adjust yourself.
Down to earth.
I am. I am. Clinton just said it.
But no, honestly, guys, I just want to thank our guests, Tabang, Kanya, Emmanuel. Thank you for coming through. We wouldn't be here today if you guys didn't show up. If we didn't say yes to our invitation, we wouldn't have a 5th episode by now. I'm sure we'll still be looking for guests. But we just want to thank you guys and would like to invite you again at some point. Just catch up with you guys, find out how far you are with some of the things that we spoke about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would like us to touch on the challenges that, like, as individuals, we face just making up the show, this podcast. Yes. Because I'll go first. Myself, one of the challenges, obviously, looking behind the scenes, trying to find those guests. One of the things that I've been meaning to do was to find a female guest. Because it's obvious we're always preaching women in science. A girl from high school, when they're watching our episodes, if they're only seeing male guests, it doesn't ring nice to them. It's like, okay, this is a men's space. I don't belong there. So this is one thing that I've been trying to do, to bring female guests. So Linton can add more on that because yes, we've been doing that.
For you, I think you are the person who's behind like the whole podcast. Creating the content. Maybe people think we just come here, we just speak. There's a whole preparation behind.
There's a whole where Tshepo also prepares us for this, and that's your flowers, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
I'm taking them.
Everything preparing to make sure that Skaba Gallery is also here. It's Tshepo. Yeah.
My flowers is driving you guys.
Yeah. Yes.
It's driving you and dropping you everywhere.
Absolutely.
I'm the driver. That's my flower.
Absolutely.
Yes. And when Clinton is driving, I'm always asking him because guys, when I find Clinton I'm always asking him questions about cars and stuff. So high five, come on.
Exactly, man.
Come on.
Yeah. Now, but guys, we're moving. Episode number 5. My question to you is...
No, we're still talking about challenges.
Yes. In fact, I want you to touch on the women in science.
Oh, the women in science. Yeah, I think actually that is the struggle at the moment because we've been trying to invite quite a number of female who are in science. I have quite a number of women who are in science, but I don't know if they're scared to share their stories or what. But honestly, guys, this is my invitation to you. Please come through. There's nothing really difficult here. We just want to hear your story, your journey, how that came about. Honestly, that has been the biggest challenge so far. I think we were supposed to have a guest today, and
she canceled.
Didn't show up. So when it comes to women, also when I check, because I check the analytics on our YouTube, it shows that male are the high viewership compared to women. So girls, please watch the podcast.
Yes. We need
enough, you know what's the funny thing? The world is filled with women more than male.
Absolutely.
The statistics is that we have more female than male.
And even the opportunities, there are many opportunities which are solely designed for women out there. So if we don't get to see them in these platforms, it's not good at all.
Exactly.
Yes.
But I've also been approached by a few females. I think we'll talk about more of this.
Okay.
We also have them in the show. I've been approached by one who did BSc, and they also, I think they majored in software engineering.
That's good.
That would be an amazing guest because she actually came and she was like, I love what you're doing. I'd actually love to share my story. So I would love her to come on and just feel, because we have done 3 episodes with
the guests.
And it's guys only.
Yeah, it's guys only.
Right. My challenges that I faced was, obviously I told you guys that this is the first thing that I've ever hosted. So there is a whole range of things that happen when Skaba Gallery is supposed to start shooting. I have to repeat something because sometimes I just say something and in my brain I'm like, I didn't want to say it that way, so let's start over again. So that's just one of the things, and obviously just adapting to the fact that, guys, when something is starting, we have to put in the same energy to help in and to, for example, I have to do my best as host. Tshepo has to do his best in terms of getting all this together so that when we are playing our roles effectively, the whole system collectively works well. So adapting to that has been that, we need to come on time. Today was 15 minutes late, but okay. I'm working on it. I am working on it. Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to touch on what Londo she's been up to. She has a rapidly growing YouTube channel. and she has grown a community of young people whereby she motivates them to do better things. One of the things that they do is they have a Zoom meetings whereby they study together. Yes, yes. Yeah, so actually, I want to hear from Londo, like just to give us describe what she's really doing there.
Okay. So on my YouTube channel, I talk about academics. My main niche and niches, the people that are dedicated, like my, what do we call it in English? In business language?
I think it is niche.
It is niche. Yeah, my main niche is like high school learners who are doing grade 12 and
target market.
Target market. Okay.
My target market is grade 12, grade 11, grade 10. So I just advise them, and I also document my journey as a medical student. So we started good. 2 months and we're on 6,000 subscribers, approaching, we are working on 10,000 now. And then in the middle of that, like I was receiving a lot of emails and a lot of text on my Instagram, so I decided to create a WhatsApp channel so that it's more easier to communicate instead of like sending a communication on YouTube. And I also wanted to create a channel in which when I upload a video, immediately I can send to the WhatsApp is easier to communicate than any other social platform. So when I upload a video, I can send it there so that my viewers know that I've uploaded a video. So the WhatsApp channel, it was just an idea that me and my best friend had, and we decided to do it just then. And then when we do it, the channel, I think we're approaching a month now, and the WhatsApp channel has like 2,000 followers, growing every day. So in the middle of that, I actually saw it. I was like, okay, I want to study, and I know that these students also want to study. So let me create a Google meeting where we can study together 6 hours a day and study together as Londo Unfiltered. So Londo Unfiltered now became a brand that it's the YouTube, it's the WhatsApp channel, it's these meetings. But one thing that I am going to do is I'm going to give glory to God, because with our meetings, we also have meetings to just pray. We also have just meetings to share the word of God, and then we incorporate sharing the word of God with studying.
Okay. Let me put you on the spot, as you usually say. Okay, so you are saying the people that usually you study with, they should be of the Christian religion.
No. So what we do, then most of them that come in, everyone comes in and they study together. But I always make sure that I'm preaching the gospel on my channel. It's just me as a person. When I do something, I don't want to do something that is not me. So me as a person, my academics are based on Christianity. They're based on the fact that when I study, I pray, and I have a verse that's ringing in my head when I'm studying. So if someone wants to come and they want me to help them, that's the same thing I'm going to offer. I'm going to offer what works for me, and that works for me. So we have noticed that through these study sessions, we have actually gotten people into Christ. We have I think it's over 150 students who have given their lives to Christ in just a month. So I saw it as an opportunity that I'm doing what I love. I'm preaching the gospel and helping the students excel academically. Then eventually I also started to see that, okay, they also want to be tutored because they're always asking help. Then I decided to also start the tutoring and just tutor them. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, so typically, like, how many people on the studying sessions?
On a typical day, so we have meetings in which we just pray. Typically, you can get over 150, and Google Meet only accommodates up to 150 people. And I've had to create other ways so that those people who are left out of the meeting can have, but it's been a difficult source because we now pay to accommodate those meetings. We pay like 3 something to just have a platform on Google Meet, so that even when we're studying, we're studying for 6 hours, Google Meet only allows you to study for 1 hour. And then the meeting has ended, you have to create a separate link again. So we had to pay for Google Meet to accommodate us for 6 hours. And then on prayers, you might get an influx of close to 200 people. And then when we are studying on a normal basis, we start about 100 and something. You know, obviously someone is gonna go sleep. So at 12 midnight, you're gonna get like 80. And then at 2:30 when we finish the study sessions, we might get maybe 60 people are still on that call. And then sometimes we even invite national candidates like learners who have been to the nationals. We also invite provincials. I had recently invited a friend of mine who some got 100% and so, to come and motivate. Now, when we do that one, you can expect about 300 people on a call. So that's, but now that they're finishing exams, we just need for prayer. Prayers are what's working for us
Absolutely.
now. Yeah.
No, you're doing an amazing work. Like I can imagine. Like those kids are motivated. Like
Yeah, it's just
so
love it.
okay. So like, do you what times do you usually start studying?
we usually start studying at 8:30, and then we finish
Oh, in the evening.
at 2:30 evening. Yeah.
Okay, so what if you get sleepy? You?
When I get sleepy,
yeah.
what I do is I'm a human being, eh? So I work with my best friend. She's actually my business partner as well. So because we share the same heart, when I am not in position to do things, she steps in for me. Because she knows that sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I've just written a very big exam, so I just want to go and sleep. So she steps in for me in those moments that I'm not there. So they know that there is Sis Rondo and Sis D who are helping out. So when Sis Rondo is not there, the other half of Sis Rondo is Sis D. So she helps them out. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, now let's go to Clinton. Clinton, you've been attending a lot of conferences lately, man. I've been wondering, like, we never go. I remember this other time you were like, you guys, you don't ask me about the conferences that I attend. Yeah, you're complaining. So this time is your chance to just tell us about the first one. Which one was the first one?
So I attended 2024 Nano Africa. Remember when I mentioned first episode, I said my research is nanophosphorus.
Yes.
Nanomaterials.
Yeah.
So there's an organization called Nano Africa. It's like an organization where they host conference for people who are basically in nanomaterials. So nanomaterials, it's not like physics only. There's chemistry, there's biology, biochemistry, agriculture, as long as they are using any material that is in nanomaterial.
So how often does it happen, this conference?
This was the 10th one.
Is it every year?
Every 2 years.
Every 2 years.
So
Oh,
every 2
okay.
years. So this was the 10th annual Nano Africa conference that I attended. It was in Sun City, beautiful place.
Yeah, don't be modest. Share.
I went on the 20th. No, I actually went. It was starting on the 20th, but I went on the 21st on a Monday, and up until Friday, which is what was the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. It was a very beautiful conference. You know, conference, man. One thing is that obviously you're gonna get to relax a bit because conference starts from 9, ends around 3 o'clock. After that, being at Sun City, after 3 o'clock, you just go there by that. They call it what? The waves, the whale of
The
wave.
lagoon.
Yeah,
I think
No. It's the wave, whatever, something waves there. Yeah, I just got to relax. But being there was really like, for me, I had lost motivation to write my thesis for my PhD. But attending the conference, what it did to me was get to like seeing other people who are doing masters, PhD, presenting, talking about their work. It gave me like a motivation to like, you know what, when I get back to my place, I'm going to write my thesis, I'm going to finish up. So I had lost motivation around a line. Like the past 3 to 6 months, I was no longer really focused on my PhD. So attending the conference was a really, really good opportunity for me to retouch base on my research, interact with other people, share some ideas. You know, like in research, we are using same materials or same equipment. Some equipment that I don't have, I got to meet people who are in TUT. They share numbers. So that network that you're building was really beautiful. Being there was like one of the amazing times of my life for this year.
Absolutely.
I attended the research indaba at E005. So E005 is a private institution. They have about 13 campuses. The one that I attended it was in Midrand. So I was also just sharing, it was just after 2 weeks I came back from Sun City. So I got to share the same similar research that I presented at Sun City, where I was talking about my materials, your nanophosphorus, the applications, what do we use them for, why do we need that and all that. So yeah, those are the two conferences that I attended recently.
Yeah, I know there is something that is coming up in January. Yeah, so just touch a bit on it.
So actually, E005 again, they normally host what they call the next gen program or mastery program.
Or next generation program.
Yeah, it's called the next generation mastery program. It's like a small community where they invite speakers to share their work that they're doing, mostly in research. So whether you're a student, whether you're a staff member, or you are from external stakeholders, you can come and just listen to the conversations that we share. So I'm actually a speaker for, I think I'm going to be on the 20th, if I'm not mistaken. I think it starts from the 20th till is it the 31st? Because it's a 2 weeks program. So my presentation is going to be on the first day I'm on the lineup. I'm presenting at 2 to 4. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
So that conference is not strictly about science, it's general.
Yeah, actually some of the themes that we have, my theme is called it's called nanoparticles, the tiny giant.
Yes, funny.
Science. We have another theme under AI. We have a theme under the legal, like people who are doing law. We have a theme who are talking about policing. We have a theme in humanities. So it's not just science only. It's all the faculties that you can think about. So the next gen mastery, it touch base on almost all the real life situations that are happening. So if you are doing a research under medicine, you are invited, you can come listen, you can present your work there.
So don't you think sometimes, do you ever get discouraged? Let's say you are in a conference, you are presenting your paper there, and you get those harsh comments.
All the time. All the time. I do get discouraged. Actually for me, it's not really discouragement, right? Actually, I like that question because when I presented my work, some people obviously, there's that 5 minutes, 10 minutes where they ask you questions. So there are some questions that I was asked. How I respond to questions, I don't take them as no, you're trying to belittle my work or you're trying to undermine me. I listen to you because I'm a good listener. I listen and then I find a way to respond based on my knowledge and my work. But if you come back again and then you start an argument, I'll just say I'll look into it. In terms of do I find discouragement? Yes, you do, because you end up feeling like maybe what you're doing is not good enough or people they're just not taking your work seriously. There is that, but again, you still need to be a good listener. You still need to look at their perspective. With the question they're asking, is it something that's going to improve your work, or is it just for them, for the sake of asking, to just undermine you?
So, okay, Londo, take over.
While he's mentioning conferences, I'm just reminded that there is Science Forum South Africa. They're going to be hosting, what are they hosting? It's like an experiment, science experience where they're going to be exhibitors. I am really looking forward to that event, and I just wanted to, let me just read this for you. They say this year's forum promises to be an engaging experience, offering a wide range of sessions, networking opportunities, and over 80 exhibitors showcasing cutting-edge science, technology, and innovation. So be sure to explore their website to start, planning for your experience, or if you want to go. I don't know if applications are still open.
I believe they're still open.
They're still open. So if you really want to go, you have to use that opportunity. Such an amazing opportunity for each and everyone who's just interested in science. So I feel as if that's an important thing that we have had to mention. Yeah.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
Wait, you said this is it's called Science Forum. They just bring exhibitors who are they're having brands.
Let me even at this moment, I don't know if I can see that.
The reason why I'm asking this, man, I'm just thinking on top of my head, wouldn't it be nice to have some form of a day where science people come together, but people who are having, let's say you're a chemist, you made a small brand.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Oh, that's what they do.
Yeah, they also have showcasing exhibitors, events, small events.
Okay.
And they invite a range of people. Yeah. So I think that's the purpose of that.
That makes sense.
And a lot of people don't, I think it's hosted at, what's that, is it CSIR?
Yes, CSIR, yes.
Hosted there. So I think that's an amazing opportunity that not a lot of people know about, but it actually happens every year. I heard that it happens every year. So,
Yes. Absolutely. In fact, one of the things that for the future of this podcast, we're planning to be attending more of these events. Maybe at times a broadcast there, even visiting high schools, because that's what we're all about, to motivate those young people, show them the light in the career spaces. Yes.
I think actually, speaking of that high school, as soon as we come back in January 2025, I think as soon as schools opens, it will be good for us to just visit some of the schools. You know, give the students an encouragement, especially like the matrics. But what I've realized recently, we focus more on matrics and we forget about the grade 8. You know, these are people who are coming from primary. They just joined high school. We need to actually like give them encouragement, guys. You know,
Absolutely.
Primary,
Absolutely.
Now they're in high school. There's a lot of changes.
Yeah.
So we need to just visit some of the schools.
I think also when we also, I need to, there's also the grade 12s that just completed this year. I think it's also important for us to use this platform to encourage those ones who are going to be wanting to do science related, because a lot of them end up being confused. Okay, I'm going to do BSc, but which one do I choose? Where do I measure, and what is my future if I'm going to be doing BSc?
Absolutely.
It would be good to do like a tour around the universities, you know.
Yes.
Like any Jan, where we do like tours, we can actually broadcast there.
Absolutely.
I think we should do that.
Beautiful.
Guys, let us know what do you think about these ideas that we have, because our ideas is that we wanna do some school visits, do some university visits, like through the open days where we'll be actually sharing with you guys what we know, bringing some guests in. That would be actually good. Also, let us know in the comments.
Okay, I am of the understanding that Tshepo today decided to draw a game to challenge me and Clinton. So, okay, Tshepo,
so there's a game.
Yes, there is a game, guys. The game is how well do you know the opposite field? So we have Londo in the medical space, and then we have Clinton in the physics space.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is that I'm going to ask Clinton the medical question and Londo the physics question. If Clinton fails to answer the physics question, rather the medical question, Londo can help him. And then Londo.
Prize here, right?
Yes, there's a winning prize, but we'll discuss it later. Okay. So I'm gonna start with a medical question for Clinton.
Okay.
What is the most common blood type in the world?
The most common blood type in the world, I think it's blood type A.
No, it's not. It's not.
Blood type O.
O.
Is it just blood type O or O plus?
It's O negative.
Let's figure this.
It's O plus.
Out, right?
It's O plus.
Yes.
Wait. Let's figure this. Is blood type AB the same as blood type O?
No, it's not.
But we do have blood type AB.
Yeah, we do have blood type AB.
Okay, and we still have blood type O.
A.
So which one is called the universal donor?
Can you what are you doing?
They put us both on the spot.
No, that's wrong.
No. I just want to. It's just a follow up on that. I just want to follow up.
What is
The
your
most
question?
common blood type you said is O plus.
It's O.
Why?
O plus.
There's this one which is magical, like you can donate to everyone.
Yeah.
What is the name of that
It's
one?
my blood type.
What is it?
I forgot. It's O negative.
Is it not O?
Probably. Oh, I don't know.
No, I don't know
blood
if
type
an
O,
O.
yeah.
But I understand the mechanisms of why and what. We even did experiments, but it's.
Okay, now physics question for Londo. What is the speed of light in a vacuum? Just give us the approximation.
You see?
The speed of light in a vacuum.
3,4.
She's almost there. Okay, you.
No. Wait. Let's hear.
Speed of light in a vacuum. You are almost there. You're actually there. It's 3, right? But just it has a time sensitive or something.
Okay, 5 seconds.
Okay, 3,4 times 10 to the power 9.
Okay, no, totally wrong. Clinton, assist.
3
Absolutely, that's true. That's correct.
times 10 to the power 8.
I'm giving a bonus, just half a point for that.
Okay.
What is your
But
fail?
you almost- but
Is your
I
fail?
feel like you should have given it because she said 3.4 times in the point.
9. She said 9, not 8.
This 9 is-
No. That's
No, that's not correct.
the difference is too much.
correct.
Okay, so Clinton, your question. What's the medical term for high blood pressure?
Aye.
Blood pressure. The medical term for high blood pressure.
You won't get it, don't worry.
The medical term for high blood pressure.
Yes.
Is it hypertension?
Yeah, you're asking
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Hypertension. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, Clinton is getting a full point for this.
Thank you.
Okay,
Let's go.
Londo.
Yeah.
Okay, but I feel like you're right. I'm giving you hard questions.
Yes.
But anyway, these are the questions.
Ask about hypertension.
These are the questions, unfortunately. Okay. What phenomenon causes the sky to appear blue? That's the okay. Maybe should I give you a pass?
Yeah,
But the sky is always blue.
the phenomenon that causes the sky to be blue.
Yes.
Isn't that
Okay, I can give you a hint. You might get it if you understand Raman spectroscopy. Yes, remember we have 2 types of scatterings there.
You see.
If you remember those scatterings,
yeah, I remember.
we have the Raman scattering, and what is the other one? The one that we don't even care about.
Ish.
The problem, you see,
Okay, that's
I think
deep
the
physics
problem,
for her.
you should have
I know
found
that's
someone
deep-
who's
yeah.
in
No,
medicine.
that's
Okay.
deep
You
physics for her.
set those questions with your physics.
Yeah,
brain.
that's
you
deep
should have
physics for
gotten
her.
someone
Ask
who's
her
also in
about
the
physics.
medicine field to set those questions. No one asks about
Yeah,
hypertension.
no, honestly.
Everyone knows hypertension.
I didn't know myself. That's the reason I asked. Okay.
Let's pass that one. That's high.
Okay, we pass. But I still go to Londo again. Okay, Londo, we proposed the theory of general relativity. That one you have to know.
General relativity.
You have to know that one.
No.
Boom.
Wait.
You didn't get it.
Ah!
General relativity is. Ish. Well, I know.
And in the first episode, we spoke about that guy.
Yeah.
Albert Einstein, yes, but you didn't get it. You didn't get it, unfortunately.
I think relativity is when he was speaking. It's the concept of the fact that you can be in two. How we put it? Is it the one of Schrödinger's equation, man? Is it the one? I don't think it's the one. But let me try to remember. Relativity is like, if I remember correctly from top of my head, you can be on.
You see, even the physics.
Do you remember twin paradox?
Yeah, it's like
Even the physics
time.
system
Yeah,
itself.
I remember it, but that was modern physics. Second.
But remember generally, even the relativity is type of modern physics as well. It falls under modern physics.
And it's not the one I'm thinking about. The one I'm thinking about, you know which one? It's quantum physics where you can.
Oh yes,
at
the same time. Yes.
Like, you can,
Schrödinger cat.
According to Schrödinger, is that you can be in heartfelt and be in parallel at the same time. That's quantum physics.
That's quantum physics, and in fact now there's a huge rise of quantum physics because of the machine learning and so on.
What is quantum physics?
Hey, it's a very broad space. I never liked it when I was doing my honors.
Yeah, a lot of
It's a
equations,
module
too
So
mathematical.
we did 4 modules.
Yeah.
Because you know, you guys, I read my Bible.
Yeah.
There's a man in the Bible who was preaching in a certain place and appeared in another certain
That's
place.
quantum physics.
That's quantum
So
physics.
it is possible. You see,
But I never really looked into the whole theory about it. But I mean, it interests me a lot. I need to just go and read about it.
Absolutely. Let's go back to the game.
Okay.
Clinton,
Yes.
what vitamin is known as the sunshine vitamin?
Vitamin C.
You got it wrong. You got it wrong. Yeah, you too. And you got it wrong. Londo, maybe we can get half a point. Let's see. No, why did you have to interrupt her, man? Why did you have to interrupt her? No, it is D. So no one gets a point for this.
No, she got it.
Okay.
She said it.
0.5 for you.
Sunshine.
why is vitamin C?
Oh,
Vitamin
yeah.
C is the one that
When I say I'm going to
makes
get sun, I'm literally saying, let me get some vitamin D.
Yes.
taking
Okay.
a walk in the park.
So now I'm giving
Not
Londo.
every sun is good for you. It's not good
Yeah,
for
so
you.
how many
But
points are we now? Wait, how many points?
Okay, no, you have 1 point and Londo just got the 0.5.
I have 1 point, not 2.
Okay, I think it's 0. 0.5 for Wait a minute. Yeah, 0.
She has 1.
You have 1.5. Remember, I give half a point for you are failed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then now, Londo, this one should be easy. What device is used to measure electric current? You've got to get this one. You've got to get this
You
one.
don't get this one. If you don't get this one,
An ammeter.
thank you.
And what? wait. I have to hear it.
She said it.
An ammeter.
That's true. That's true.
I
1
was
point.
thinking because I was like, it's a unit of the device.
Okay. So Londo now has a 1.5 equal to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, then now we go to round 5, whereby what is the medical? Oh, no, Clinton. How many chambers are there in the human heart? I've got to get this one. Yes. How many chambers? When I remember you're good in life science, so what's happening? What's happening now?
It is not true.
Okay, Londo.
There are 4 chambers in the heart.
Londo's getting another 0.5.
Wait, Atera is a chamber. Is it a chamber?
Yeah, there are.
What
I think
chamber?
there are 2 atriums and there are 2 ventricles.
Oh, yeah.
So
And I was
there's
really
the
good
right
at this thing.
atrium,
Yeah.
right ventricle,
Yeah.
and then left atrium and left ventricle. Yeah, so
okay.
it's 4 chambers.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, this is a nice one.
Yeah.
But Londo has to get it. Okay, what is the name of? Remember, we have different kinds of forces. Some of the common ones that we know is the frictional force, the applied force, and so on and so on. Yeah. So, what is the name of the force that keeps the planet in orbit around the sun?
The gravitational force.
Yeah.
That's
that
the
one-
hypothesis
that's
question that
exactly.
they gave.
Everybody would get.
Everyone would
gravitational
get
force,
that.
obvious.
Yeah.
Okay, Londo is leading. Even better, even
Okay.
2.5 for Londo and 1.5 for you.
It's fine. Yes.
Okay. What is the chemical formula for you?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's fair. It's a fair question, but you know some chemistry. What is the chemical formula for glucose?
For glucose.
I know it's not. Oh no, it's a fair
For
question.
glucose.
Yeah.
C6
Mm-hmm.
H8 O.
I'm gonna give you a benefit here.
Wait, C6H8 or something, O4.
Should I? He tried. He really tried.
Is that
Wait. He really tried. I don't know.
You really tried because I also just
Okay. What is it? What is it for you?
the O part.
Yeah.
Okay. The H. Start with the H because the C is fine, but the H is not.
C6.
I didn't
H.
see 6. Is it H10 or H6? I don't know.
Okay. Is C6H12O6?
O6.
Yes.
Oh, the H5.
Okay. Now let's repeat up with the last 2 questions. We go to Londo. Which subatomic particle has a negative charge?
That is easy.
Wait. Let's hear her.
Yeah.
Which subatomic particle has a negative charge?
And what?
A subatomic particle. Remember we have an atom, right? And then everything that
She did.
No, I'm thinking about.
Nah, she's kidding it.
I'm thinking about.
electron.
It's an electron, but is it a subatomic?
Yes, it is.
Okay, inside an atom there's a nucleus. Inside the nucleus
And
there's a
then,
proton.
and then
Proton,
there are
yeah.
electrons moving on the
Yes.
orbit.
The nucleus has the protons and the neutrons,
Yeah.
and then those electrons are the ones that surrounding the nucleus.
And I hope as we are answering, you are also answering in the inbox. Because
Exactly.
those are questions that each and every human being should know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give the last question, and so that we can close.
Yeah.
What is the hardest substance in the human body?
Hardest substance.
Yeah,
in
yes.
hardest substance in the human body.
Okay, Clinton, you are getting it wrong. It's tooth enamel. Guys, we're out. No.
And then you know that it's a substance.
A substance.
It is.
If you said human body part, yes.
Okay, guys. Londo will close for us.
Okay, guys, as a winner of today's episode, I am so excited to tell you guys that I'm going to put this in Clinton's face until he gets over it, okay? So please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's at SA Science Spotlight Podcast. We are also there on each and every social media platform. Follow us on Instagram, and also do not forget to follow us on TikTok. And obviously, we want to give a shout out again to the UP Physics Department for giving us this venue for us to be able to record this episode to you. It's brought to you guys because they have offered us this venue. And make sure to comment and like this episode. Looking forward to see you with another episode tomorrow.